right, this time I want you to have tried these on your own and then use this as a check. So hopefully you've done them and now you're just checking your work to make sure you got the right answer and you know how to do the work, not just putting in the calculator because that's not going to help you. All right, so looking at this, like normal, we're going to start with the 1. So that's the farthest to the right here. And we're going to look and see what number is bigger, the 0 or the 5. So I'm going to pull that up maybe. Okay, so there's the graphic organizer. So we're going to look at the numbers in this column. We have a 0 and a 5. So I'm going to highlight the bigger number with the blue, and that is the 5. So our graphic organizer over here on the left says that if the more on the floor, go next door and get 10 more. So because this number is on the bottom has more, we have to borrow from our neighbors. So up by the 0, we're going to go over next door to the 2. And we're going to cross the 2 off, and it's going to become a 1, and then the 0 is going to become a 10. Now, why this happens is because we have 2 10 sticks, right? Base 10 blocks. And we have 0, 1 blocks. So we're going to break one of these blocks into 10 1 blocks, which gives us 10 1 blocks here and only one 10 stick left over. So that's why this 2 becomes a 1 and the 0 becomes a 10. Alright, so moving on to the next part is we can now subtract. We have 10 minus 5. 10 minus 5 is 5. So now we're going to go to the next section. Alright, change my colors. So here we're looking at the tens. We have a 1 on top and a 5 down below. So the 5 is the bigger number again. And because the number on the bottom is bigger, more on the floor, go next door and get 10 more. So we need to go over to the 5 up on top and take 1 away. We're going to borrow one of these 100 blocks and give it to the 10. So we have 1 10 and we're going to get 10 more. So 1 plus 10 is 11. To draw this out, we would have 5 100 blocks and 1 10 stick. And what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these 100 blocks and we're going to make it into 10 sticks. Because there are 10 10 sticks in a 100 block, we're going to draw 10 sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to cross this off because we made it into 10 sticks. So we went from having 5 100 blocks to 4 100 blocks. We went from having 1 10 stick to 11 10 sticks. So that's the math behind why we are borrowing, because we can't do 1 minus 5. If I have 1 cookie and 5 people want a cookie, I don't have enough to give them all one. But if I have 11, I can give 5 people a cookie because 11 minus 5 is 6. Now finally, we're going to be going to the next section, which is the hundreds. Now we have 4 100 blocks and we have to subtract 3. So 4 minus 3 is 1. So that makes our final answer 165. So that's the first problem. We're going to go down to the second problem here. All right, so starting again with the ones spot, okay? The ones we'll do in blue. So here's what we're looking at. We have a 5 and a 6. We're going to highlight the number that's bigger, 5 or 6. Well, 6 is bigger. According to our poem over here, it says, more on the floor, go next door, and get 10 more, which means we have to borrow because we don't have enough. And that is because this is what it looks like. We have 5 ones, and we want to give away 6. We don't have 6, so we need to borrow. We're going to go over to our tens. We have 9 tens. We're going to borrow one of them, so that's 8. And remember, every time we borrow from the next place value over, we get 10 more. So we're going to add 10 to this 15. So this 5 is going to be a 15. So the picture, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to take one of these 10 sticks and we're going to break it into ones. Every 10 stick has 10 ones in it. So now we have a total of 8 10 sticks, which is where we get this 8. All right. And we have a total of 15 ones is where this comes from. Okay? So 15 minus 6 is going to give us 9. So I'll put that in the blue. Now we're going to move on to the tens. So we have 8 tens right now, and we are going to try and subtract 4. If I have 8 tens, can I subtract 4? Sure. 8 minus 4 is 4. So the picture here, if I got rid of 4 of these, I only have 4 left. All right, and then finally, our last one, we have 9 minus 4, right? So if we're highlighting again, this 8 was the one that got highlighted, and now the 9 is the bigger number in this row of the hundreds. So if we have 9 100 blocks, so if I drew that up top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I want to subtract 4, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 left over. Pictures are definitely a big help for you if you need to visualize this. So if you need to draw a picture out, do it. So our final answer for this is 549. So hopefully you got that answer. If not, watch the video and see where you might have made a mistake and see if you can figure out what to do next time.